Hello and welcome to the Snickerdoodle Knits YouTube channel. I am Jessica, the knitter and designer behind Snickerdoodle Knits. In this video, we are going to talk about increases. Specifically, we will talk about yarn overs and knit front back stitches. Let's get started. So when you create an increase, you already have some stitches on your needles. For example, I'm going to knit 2, yarn over, knit 6, yarn over, and then knit 2. And then I will purl the next row so we can see what those yarn overs look like. Alright, let's get started. First, let's knit 2. 1, 2. Then we will yarn over. To yarn over from a knit stitch, you simply wrap the yarn over the needle. This is just like a knit stitch, only you haven't put your needle into the other stitch and you don't have to slip that stitch off. So you just wrap the yarn over your right needle. Then we will knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll do another yarn over. Just yarn over the needle and knit 2. Now we have increased our stitches by 2. Before we had 10 stitches and now we have 12 stitches. Our yarn over is right here and right here. Let's go ahead and purl the next row. So we will purl all 12 stitches. Alright, now we can see the increases that our yarn overs made. Remember, our yarn overs right here and right here. You can see from the fabric that the yarn over creates a hole. This is perfect if you're trying to create eyelets or some sort of decorative look with these holes. However, many times you do not want to use a yarn over for your increase because you do not want your increases to be this visible. You also typically do not want gaps in your fabric. So that's the yarn over. Quick, simple, and easy. Now let's try a knit front back. This is represented by KFB. So, I'm going to go ahead and work a few rows of stockinette so we have a few rows between our yarn overs and our knit front backs. Alright, to work our knit front backs, let's knit 2, knit front back, knit 8, knit front back, and then knit 2. So knit 1, 2, and then we will work our knit front back. This is just like a knit stitch in that you knit through the front loop. You pull it back through your stitch, but rather than sliding the stitch off of the left needle, we will then go back into that same stitch, but through the back of the loop. So bring your right hand needle through the back part of the loop. You can see that there, through this back leg of the loop. And we will work as if we're just knitting that. There we have created 2 stitches into our 1 stitch. Now we can slide our stitch off the left hand needle. Alright, let's work our 8 knit stitches. Alright, now we have another knit front back. To perform our knit front back, we knit like normal, but we don't slide our stitch off the left needle. We then go into the back loop of the needle and knit that part of the loop. Now we can slide our stitch off the left needle. And we will finish by knitting 2. Alright, I'm going to work in pattern for 1 more row so you can see what those knit front backs look like. Alright, at first glance you'll notice that these increases are not nearly as visible as our yarn overs. Remember, these holes here were from our yarn over increases. So you can see there are no holes up here. Our knit front backs are located right here, where these two stitches right under that, and right here. Now you might notice that your second half of that knit front back, like right here, there is a ridge as if you purled. That is from going through the back loop of your stitch. You can see that here as well. For that reason, if you're very particular about what your fabric is looking like, you may not want to use a knit front back. There are many other increase methods, such as make one right, make one left, and make one, that may be used to try to be less visible in the increase. However, a lot of times the knit front and back stitch works perfectly fine as an increase method. I hope you've enjoyed this knitting tutorial and have learned how to create a yarn over and a knit front back, and the difference between those, as well as the advantages and disadvantages that you might receive when using these techniques. If you are interested in viewing more Snickerdoodle Knits knitting tutorials, you can visit our YouTube channel, like and subscribe this video, and we hope to see you soon. Happy knitting!